Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another video. My name is Tom. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight. I am sitting inside my Bolt EUV, my 2023 Premier, just because it's kind of like an isolation booth, and I can record these videos late at night. There's some light in here, and I don't wake up the rest of my household. So I thought I would show you guys one of the recent updates to the MyChevrolet app that I haven't seen before, and so I don't know what version of the app this came through, but suffice it to say, earlier today I updated 77 of these apps using the Apple App Store, and I don't remember where I was. I think I was getting us dinner earlier today, and I discovered that the MyChevrolet app actually has some, I wouldn't say hidden functionality, but it's an interesting little feature that ties it to your vehicle when the vehicle is on. So, and I'm just going to show you guys this by holding the phone up, because it's really tough to record an app that doesn't, rotate with the screen, which is kind of a bummer. But and also, I feel like GM could have redesigned this app a little bit more to where you don't have to scroll side to side, make these windows maybe smaller, or use up this area right here to stack both of these. The vehicle status and the charge status could be easily in this area right here. Anyway, this video isn't here to bash GM, but it's just more ammunition, I guess, for the future. By default, typically, and I have to do this one-handed because I'm holding the camera, so forgive that too. If you tap on charge status when your vehicle's not on, you can actually get into the status of your state of charge. Like in my case, 4 minutes ago, my vehicle reported that it's at 84%, has 201 miles, and it is done charging. It is sitting idle. You have all these settings down here that you can look at. You can also look at your lifetime odometer on the bottom, as well as your efficiency, which it's not reporting right now, but I think my efficiency is somewhere around 3.2, if I remember correctly, for the life of the vehicle. But anyway, if you back out and you go down here where it says View More, in the middle down here it says View More, you will actually get your vehicle settings. If you look on the bottom, sorry, I have to deal with the light too. On the bottom, you will see media, driver, navigation, and climate. Now, those are settings that are tied to your infotainment system. So if you click on, climate, you'll get all the functions and features, and also the ability to toggle them if you want them. Like if you want to auto start or remote start auto cool seats, meaning if you use the app to start, the vehicle, you can also turn the seat cooling on, as well as the seat heating. You can also rear defog and just automatically defog the windows, as well as what your max fan speed is there on the bottom. You can actually make those changes. Before, you could only do that in the infotainment system, which is kind of nice that they brought this forward, because that's a cool feature to have, where you can actually set those options. It'd be even better if you can set thresholds, like temperature thresholds. If you want your car, when it turns on, you want it set to 68 degrees, as opposed to whatever the last setting was, which could be, heating, cooling, or whatever. That's why my recommendation to you always is that before you get out of the car, do two things. One, hit the auto button, which is right here. You can't see it because the vehicle's off. Let me turn it on real quick. Yeehaw. There's the auto button. If you hit that and you set your temperature, then between these two, let me turn the fan speed off. And yeah, there you go. Less noise. If you hit auto and you set your temperature, then when you turn the vehicle on, it'll automatically turn on heating or cooling to meet this temperature. Now, if you have the options for heated seats or cooled seats on, as well as the defog, then those will come on as well if you have those options set. Now you can set them from here too, which is kind of nice. You also have some settings for the driver, adaptive cruise go notifier, rain sense wipers, which you can turn the feature on and off. I actually like it. It's kind of cool. When it starts drizzling or raining, the wipers automatically will respond. You can toggle on the remote left in vehicle alert, the unlock light feedback if you want the exterior lights to flash when you lock your or unlock your car. Open anti-door lockout. If your keys are in the car and you lock the door before you close it, all of them will unlock. Actually, this one says keeps the driver door from locking when the door is open. It's kind of a nifty feature if you don't want to lock yourself out. Although it's hard to do when you have an app that you can unlock your vehicle from. So, also you can control exit lighting. There's a couple of things here. Passive door locks, you can turn it on. If you want it to chirp with the horn, you can do a remote door unlock. Which one do you want? I have it set to open all the doors because when you have kids and your wife wants to get in, you just unlock the car and then all the doors are open. But if you're by yourself, if you're soloing, you can just do the driver door, and that way all the other doors stay locked, unless you unlock it the second time. If you hit the unlock button the second time, then all the doors unlock. I was just shining my headlights, my incredibly bright LED headlights, into my neighbor's house, and I just noticed it since I turned the vehicle on. Oops. And a couple more things. It's really neat. You can also make changes for your media. So if you want to rearrange your apps or you want to reset your radio favorites, it's really interesting. You also have the options for all your navigation. So if you use the built-in navigation system, you can avoid country borders, ferries, highways, avoid HOV or carpool lanes, toll roads, tunnels, unpaved roads. You can also turn on the option for self-learning navigation, which means you'll allow the user to share their data with the navigation application so that a personalized navigation experience can be provided. It's all there, actually. And then traffic camera alerts. If you have it, you should use it. And then route types, fastest routes or eco-friendly routes. So I really like the fact that you can now set these options from here. And I will admit that I have no idea when these functions came to pass. I did just update this app earlier today, and I noticed it today. So I think, without looking back at the release notes and all that jazz, I think it's relatively new. So if you don't have the latest version of your apps, you should run updates from the App Store. If you have an iPhone and you want the quickest way to update your apps, push and hold down on the App Store icon. Somewhere in the middle, that little menu that pops up, in the middle you'll see updates. And you can just tap it. It'll take you to the software updates window. Push and hold and pull down to update the list, because it might show you a few that need to be updated from before. And then when you do that, it might give you 60 more, like with me. I had 8, and then I pulled down, and then I had 70 something to do. So now that the car is on, right, the vehicle's on, I'm just sitting here parked at, I think that's about 85%. So I might be a little too high because I'm seeing the 201 miles there. I may have to just, actually we can just look at it right here. Yeah, I have it set to 85%. That's fine. Charge complete. As long as it's not sitting here at 100%, I'm okay. But one of the things I did notice is that this application reacts to the fact that the phone is attached to CarPlay. So, and I don't know if this works for Android Auto or, I guess Android Auto is the only other one because I have only an iPhone with CarPlay. But if it's on and the phone is connected via CarPlay, you can't go into charge status. It tells you right here, see vehicle for status, and it kind of assumes that you're going to be looking at the gauges and such that the vehicle has reporting. It does tell you the state of charge and what the estimated miles are. But I feel like that's kind of cool because this tells me that the app is actually interfacing with the vehicle, and maybe somewhere down the line there might be more features. But that's just a presumption on my part, because I feel like they could really use this for, they can use this interconnect, if you will, for a lot of features that aren't yet available. Like maybe you could somehow use, the maps that's on here without using CarPlay, or, somehow, because it's already tied in. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what the benefits would be. Maybe this app could keep track of the overall vehicle health. It does give you the status, like you can, see your tire pressures and stuff like that. Your odometer, you have that. Upcoming maintenance, it actually tells you that your first maintenance is at 7,500 miles, and I'm at 5,325, which it does tell you right there too. And then of course the diagnostics for the battery, the drive unit, the anti-lock braking system, StabiliTrak, airbag, OnStar, and electric lamp system all check out. They better, because this car only has 5,325 miles on it. So yeah, there might be some future things that might use this tie-in. It's nice to see that this app actually responds to being connected to the vehicle. And even though it's not really doing much, like I don't see it really doing much, just the power, the charge status is kind of disabled while it's turned on. But definitely the vehicle settings is a nice start. The fact that you can modify some of these settings and set your preferences from away, if you're, if you're dealing with hot weather or whatever, and you want to change your automatic fans to full blast so that way the cabin cools down faster. I don't know. Kind of nice, if you ask me. That's about it. I thought this was a neat little thing. Like I said, I wasn't looking for it. I was, I think I went into the app just to see something, and I ended up in here, and while the vehicle was turned on, and I said, why does that say see vehicle for status? And then I saw the little USB logo up there where it says connected. I don't know if you can see that right there, kind of in the middle of the screen there. But hey, give it a shot. Maybe you guys can figure it out, or see if there's some other hidden feature here. I'm not seeing it. I've kind of been swiping back and forth, looking at it. Of course, there's the map, which is the navigation part of it. You can do route planning. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't replace a better route planner, that's for sure. But it does, after a long while, it starts loading the nearest stations. Right now, the bottom part of the phone is actually trying to load the nearest stations, which it has never been able to find. Like, it never actually populated that list. But you can send the route via messages or whatever. And of course, you can shop for accessories. That part works flawlessly. But all of the EV-centric stuff doesn't seem to do much other than just kind of give you the blank stare. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. I don't know if there's anything else in here. Like I said, I've been playing with it for a few hours, but it hasn't really, there's nothing that really stood out except for the part that, the power part where the charge status is actually responding to the fact that the phone is connected via CarPlay. I can tell you that if you turn off CarPlay, that drops off. That's about it. That's why I'm assuming that this is using CarPlay as its backend, its backbone, I should say, for whatever comms it has to, have to populate whatever these features are. But yeah, it's kind of nice. So anyway, Go down below, leave me your thoughts. I have some videos coming up for you guys that I've kind of written, but I haven't produced yet. So it'll take a while for that. All right, well, that pretty much covers it. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, go down below, leave me your thoughts. I want to wish everybody a very, very pleasant and happy 4th of July holiday. Happy Independence Day to all. And we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to produce any videos during this weekend, but we'll see what's coming up. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.